from the Father universe to the Son universe, then to the Adamic race who governs the land. The regenerative seed or germ has three levels. The spirit, you the individual as the mediator between the above spirit and below the physical land. Not only the Adamic seed or people of color have been afflicted celestially, but all races of people have been afflicted or limited in thought celestially, which then manifested in our physical actions and afflictions or the afflictions of each other, in this case the Hebrew nation. Genesis 15 and 13. And he said unto Abram, Know for a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them for 400 years. The exoteric meaning is, and he, Thoth Melchizedek, said to Abraham, Know for sure your seed, the Hebrew people of color, will be a stranger in a land, the land that does not belong to the rulers, but they shall serve these rulers of this land and shall be afflicted for 400 years. The Hebrew people of color have an intrinsic path to the kingdom, meaning they have a birthright or a clearer path back to the seed of regeneration within, and the new regenerated man and woman will have the right to the physical land promised to them or their lineage. But it's not as automatic as some of you might think, because even though they are of the same kin or lineage, they have free will, and some of them have chosen to remain in the Gentile, the Caucasian, the white, the European, especially the European elites and Esau system of living or way of thinking. So fast forward. Now in the age of Aquarius, the bread, which is of dual polarity, is emanating through the astral windows, then through the buffer or limiter we call a sun, at higher and higher rates. The positive pole will regenerate the prepared, and the negative will destroy the unprepared, regardless of bloodline and lineage. Those who are still in opposition and live through this bombardment will have no connection through thought to exodus to the physical promised land. They will not know Thoth Melchizedek and will continue to worship Gentile gods because the spirit of slumber is still upon them. In scripture it was written, the land that, T-H-A-T, that is not theirs, but that is Thoth. The method of writing of concealment is called transliteration. But know for sure, even the Gentile who has followed the law and regenerated the seed within, them also will get the message and make the exodus, but will have to cleave to the Hebrew. Israel is not only people of color, it is for all people, but all people who abide under the same law of the Most High, and the lawgivers will no more be the Gentiles, but the true Hebrews. Romans 4 and 17, as it is written, I have made thee a father of many nations. Romans 4 and 18, who against hope believed in hope, that he might become the father of many nations. Thy seed will become a father to many nations, not just the Hebrew nation. So literally the Adamic race is ordained to what is promised to them, but only through regeneration and the renewing of the mind, because they were in their fallen state. The process also applies to the Gentiles, the ones who have worked and overcome their own darkness or negation. They will also have the ability to receive the message. By the works they have done and by cleaving on, they will also survive. Any vessel the Father puts his soul into has a path to redemption. The reptilian or mankind is not offered the same path because he has no soul and he was put here to serve man. The exoteric meaning is Abram is the individual where the seed is born within him, but he is a man that has not yet regenerated, so his seed will not be ruled or governed by his own will, but will be eaten up and destroyed and serve the will of the lower animal part of himself. Once he is still connected to the lower parts, the divine connection is severed, so he will not know the Lord Thoth. All man and woman have been limited in the vessel and have been placed on earth to change, convert, or transmute darkness into light, in order to remove that limitation through regeneration and moving from the natural man to the spirit man and woman. Emerald Tablets, Tablet 15. First I shall speak of the feather of darkness which binds ye in the change to the sphere of the earth. Darkness and light are both of one nature. different only seeming, for each arose from the source of all. Darkness is disorder, light is order. Darkness transmuted is light of the light. This, my children, is your purpose in being, transmutation of darkness to light. In the mythology, Thoth or Melchizedek is speaking to Abram, the natural man, in the process of regaining full connection to the divine as Adam once was. Abram without the H is the natural man. Abraham with the H is the divine, spiritual, celestial man in complete union with the divine, because man is physical and spirit. 1 Corinthians 15 and 44. It is sown a natural body. It is raised a spirit body. There is a natural body and there is a spirit body. 1 Corinthians 15 and 45. And so it is written, the first man Adam was made a living soul. The last Adam was made a quickening spirit. Man is first born a natural physical man, where he or she has forgotten. Then through the tests of strife of this world, he or she overcomes and becomes the spiritual, where he or she again remembers. Adding the letter H is the symbol of attaining that completion, completing the tetragrammaton, the Adam Cadman, YHWH. The last H, which is the H final, is the microprosophists, the material world. H final is the return to the kingdom, the complete union. You cannot understand the Bible without basic knowledge of the Kabbalah.